Okay, so good morning. It's 3 a.m. in the morning. Unfortunately, may first recording nagkaroon ng problema. So, I have to start all over again. Okay, so let's start with vectors. Okay, so vectors. So, we have two defining terms here. We have scalar and vector. So, whenever we say scalar, these are quantity that has a magnitude. So when we see magnitude, its value, it's in numerical or in numbers, okay? But it does not have any direction, okay? So for vector, a quantity that has both magnitude and direction, okay? So to better understand it, let's give an examples, okay? So for example, distance. So when we say distance, 3 kilometers, that's distance. When we see displacement, 3 kilometers towards east, towards north at 35 degrees pointing to the northeast, those are vector quantities as long as it has both magnitude and direction. Some scalar quantities include speed, mass, energy, density, power, length, area, volume, time, temperature, and work. So why is it mass, no? And weight is a vector quantity. So let's say that all objects has a mass and it has a magnitude or a value. However, weight is just like the same as mass, but it is influenced by gravity. So that's the difference between the two. So we can say that a mouse or a typical mouse has a mass of 500 grams in all aspects. Let's say nasa ibang lugar tayo, isang ibang planeta tayo, it has a mass. However, if we're going to talk about the weight, it might be weightless in some other planets because of the gravity. Okay? So we have here for vector quantity, we have displacement, acceleration, force, impulse, momentum, and gravity. So take note that when we say vectors, it must be represented or represent with a arrow. Okay? So typically, a vector has a sign of, wait lang, okay, V, then it has a arrow above it. Or sometimes B, then yung arrow complete. So these two are just the same thing. Wala pong pinagkaiba. So the direction of the arrow gives the direction of the vector. The length of a vector arrow is proportional to the magnitude of the vector. Okay, let's give an example here. Let's say I have here a Cartesian plane. Okay, so this is a Cartesian plane. If this is the first vector, it's pointing towards east. And we already know that the Cartesian plane has two axes. Okay, it has the x and y. Okay, however, this x and y has a negative and positive side. Okay, for example, here is the positive y-axis and here is the negative y-axis. And we have here the negative x-axis and the positive x-axis. So therefore, this vector is pointing to the positive x-axis or eastward. Okay? So we should write the vector just like this. B sub 1, then arrow. So this B sub 1 indicates this one indicates the that this vector is the first vector. So we can have multiple vectors just like this one. For example, we have vector 2 pointing here towards northeast at angle of 45 degrees. So labeled it as vector 2 then with arrow sign above it. Okay? So whenever we add vectors, we have two ways. So we have graphical method and analytical method. So graphical method is used when we draw, okay? When we draw to determine the resultant vector. So typically, we need to use graphing paper, ruler, and protractor to do this. And we have two subtypes for graphical method. We have head-to-tail method and the parallelogram method. And the other type of vector addition is the analytical method. Comparing to your graphical method that uses typically a drawing as a representation of these vectors to get the resultant vector, we will instead use mathematical equations that uses both the concepts of geometry and trigonometry, just like the Pythagorean theorem and the SOHCAHTOA. Okay? So, analytical method is much more precise and accurate in terms of giving the exact measurement for the resultant vector compared to your graphical method. Since graphical method will be using pencils, rulers, protractors, there is a big possibility that there will be an error whenever we measure or whenever we compute at a per certain decimal point, no? Kasi may point of error talaga, lalo na kapag ka hindi expert yung gagawa. Even yung manual na pagruruler, nagkakamali tayo doon. So that is the downfall of graphical method. However, it will give you an idea of the actual picture using the graph, okay? By plotting the vectors in a Cartesian plane or in a graphing paper. Okay? So let's have here vector addition, graphical method in one dimension. So whenever we see one dimension, uh, it lies between either x or y axis. Okay? So let's say we have here the first example. Sabi dito, the first vector is at 8 kilometers. Okay? So we can label this as b sub 1, then arrow. Then another 6 kilometers towards is b sub 2. Therefore, if it is in one dimension, we will simply compute it. Okay? Since both vectors are going eastward, then the sign should be positive. So 8 plus 6, that will result into 14 kilometers going east. Okay? So that is our resultant vector. So sometimes the resultant vector is written just like this or just like this. So take note, both are correct. So let's give an example if the vectors are not in the same directions. For example, let's use the same scenario in the first given. Let's say we have here 8 kilometers. Let's say Mr. Dozada walks in a straight path at 8 kilometers going east. So, he encountered a wild dog here. Kinagat siya. So, ang tendency, babalik siya ng 6 kilometers towards west. Okay? Therefore, if the vector or the second vector is going west, it should be negative. Okay? Then, therefore, you're going to solve for the resultant vector. The first vector is 8, positive 8, plus negative 6. And the answer would be 2 kilometers towards east. Why is it towards east pa rin? Because it does not reach the origin. Okay? Hindi niya na-reach yung origin dito. Okay? So, kung lumagpas yan dito, probably, it's west na and the sign is negative. Okay? So, take note lang, para hindi tayo marito, vectors sometimes is not written just like this, like b sub 1, no? Or b sub 2. Okay? So, let's say that b sub 1 is the first given or the initial given. B sub 2 is the second given or the final given. In some references, b sub 1 is b sub I, meaning initial vector. In some cases, b sub f is your second given or the final vector. In other cases, we have b sub a, dapat b sub b to. Meron din tayong b sub 0 So, ang second given mo would be V lang, no subscript. Why? Kasi if maglagay tayo ng 1 dyan, it will be confusing for this one. Dito, magkakaroon tayo ng confusion dito. And lastly, we have V sub X magiging V sub Y. Take note that once you use B sub I, the partner should be B sub F. And when you use B sub 0, it should be V. Hindi pwedeng nagkakaparitan po sila. That's a big no. Hindi pwedeng B sub X tapos B sub 2 or B sub 1 tapos B sub Y or B sub 1 tapos B sub B. No. So by pairing siya to avoid confusion. Okay? So that's all for the first part of vector addition graphical method in one dimension. So meron pa tayong two dimension.